Hello everybody, or nobody. I am trying my best to sort of rejuvenate, whatever the word is, my mojo for a little bit of, you know, inspiration. So yesterday I did these with the himmies, and I did them outside, so they dried really quick. So I managed to do. I'm going to turn up the volume. No, I'm not. I'm going to turn up the mic, the camera a little bit, just so you can see that I did these yesterday. I'm going to put these on the floor because they're annoying me. And yeah, I was pretty pleased with them. So they can be revitalised as well. So I just ran a load of colours. Some I don't like, some I do. But I just thought, right, okay, what can I do? And we're going to go with contrast. Oh, hey, what have I done? Contrasting colours. So I thought I'd take you through it while I'm doing it. So some of these, my favourite one is that one. So I might use that whole. So always remember, you can take photographs of your pieces that you like and then move on with them. So that you'll always have the original before you've started messing, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take one I don't particularly like. It's either that one or that one. And I think because they are rejuvenatable, I don't think that's the word. What happens is they go muddy. So with that in mind, I thought if I use these, I can really bolster the colour. So I'll use this one, I think. So the first thing I'm going to do is get out. This is a sketchbook I'm going to start using to do my little bits in. I have got another one, but that other one's so, the pages are so nice that I'm a bit inclined to use that for work rather than cutting. So I've got my cutter, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm not going to try cutting irregular. I'm not looking for parts yet because I'm going to invent the parts. I'm going to oh, that's a bit on the wonk, isn't it? Look at that. That's because I'm rushing. Oh, keep these. So let's look at that. I don't like that. Right, we stop doing that blue with it. You're just doing the edit. So if there's parts I don't particularly like, I'm going to chop them off and keep them as ammo. And it tends to be the edges of the paper. Normally I wouldn't bother doing that. I would really go for it, but I was on the table outside and I didn't really have any coverage, so it's this melamine, and it's like the minute you put paint on it, the strength of the paint pigment goes right through straight away, and it's like. So here I am cutting sizes. See, I don't particularly like that, but it's great as a, you know, an intermediate sort of text line or something. I like that. Now I've done different sizes because I think that's. Oh, I'll leave that. I've done different sizes because I think that's, you know, it's going to be what I want to add to. So here I've got a really great piece I can work on. Now, no plans, no nothing. So keep me ammo. I'm going to place these on this black card so you can see what I've rocked up with. I like the idea of it being a jigsaw puzzle, you know, where you can put your pieces and stuff. So that's what I've got so far. Oh, I'm just really conscious that this is going to drop off. So you can see I've got them, and then not many of them are pleasing to the eye. I've got all my little bits, which be nice, you know, if you wanted to do a reconstruction. This is deconstruct to reconstruct. That's another term we used to use, where you deconstruct something and reconstruct it in a way that is pleasing. Some of these would go, but they need a bit of decoration over them. But I'm going to go with, it's either that one or that one. I can't remember which one. I'll go with this one. Right, okay. I already see a landscape in that. I already see a landscape. So on the colour wheel, right, opposite green would be red. So you've got the opposites that make the contrast happen. Now, I tend to have white acrylic with me because I like the colour. Hang on, I'm just getting my... Oh, here we go. Oh, there it is. This is something I carry in my bag. I took it off my thing before to show you. I carry this in my bag. It's so useful. So, I don't know if anyone else sits cross-legged, but it's the only way I can get comfy. So, I'm looking at primary. Primary is the one opposite each other. Complementary, sorry. So, red, that's an orange there. So, if I go to that one, it's red and green. Purple and light green, like a cerise. We've got a plum and a yellow, purple and yellow. We've got an orangey and a lighter purple. We've got blue and orange, like an aqua and a dark red, dark orange red. And if you want, you can go between them. I really like this. And you've got, you know, you try it. Tertiary, the triads there, triadics. So that one, and that one. So it's really helpful. But I can see something in this, and this is how your imagination. It's only a short video today because I was just going to chop things up, but I saw this and I thought I've got to go with this. I've got to go with it. And what I did was I did all my painting, and then I decided to do some. I add in a colour to everything, and then another colour to something, and then another. So I'm looking here. Now, these have been out in the sun. So I'm just going to add a little bit of colour here. I'm going to wash my brush and clean it, and I'm going to go with the next colour. Just going to dab it on like that. I'm not going to wash my brush. Now I know these have dried out, but that doesn't worry me at all because I've got water on them and they can just see how I'm sort of building up blobs, technical term, and then at the bottom or in the gash here. Okay, so I've got that. To me, I've got like a in this. Well, it looks like a landscape to me. It's quite Japanese. I don't know. I don't know what other people think, but that's just what I'm seeing at the moment. I'm going to clean my brush, and I'm just going to go. Splish, splash, splish, like that. Maybe a bit more splash, splish here, just to darken that off. Quite like that. Right, okay. So, minty colour, and I'm going to go with it and just put highlights of the minty greens. Blah, 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 up again. And there you go. So we've got some definition. I don't quite like that, so I'm going to go in with a bit more of the teal back in it. Whenever you've got a colour you don't like, it's it's too heavy, you go back over with the light version of it and you don't like it, go back over with the original colour and you'll get it just dampens the colour down. And I'm just going to put in a little bit of that. That looks stupid. It looks like a load of geese flying, but I didn't want that. So I'm going to clean my brush. And because Hime are a gouache, I can blend them in. So they're not going to create like lots of mud. I can pick up, if I'm careful, I don't get mud, but if I pick up too much of the underneath, it will reinvent again. So I'm going to go with a dark green, and I'm just going to put the very dark green here, and I'm going to put the dark green and maybe some lighter ones and some teals. I don't want too much in this because I don't want it to be overpowered. And some teals in it. And I'm just going to, where's that brush gone? I need a scrubby brush. And as always, I've got everything else but the scrubby brush. So I'll use this again then. Just dry it off. Right. The last thing I want to use is like a chartreuse, one of my favourite colours. It's weird, isn't it, as you get older, how your colours change. So if I just bring it up to you, you know, I think that's ready to write on or draw on or whatever I want with it. But, you know, I would leave that at the moment. Now, just to darken this, believe it or not, you're going to put too much water on that. I'm going to put dark green on the red, and that will create more of a shade. So the shade, or the tone, sorry, is to bring it down. You would use the opposite, and it darkens the colour. So it'd be blue and yellow. No, blue and orange, red and green, and the other one is purple and yellow. So here again, add the colour you want on top of your green, blend it in a little bit, and we get tone, a darker colour, which is like that. So I think that's more or less finished now. Yeah, I quite like that. So I'm going to put that to one side, and I'm going to do this one now. Quite like this one. So I'm going to get me. Remember, I didn't like these. These weren't something I wanted to use. So I'm going to get an orange. I'm just going to pull that colour and treat it like a section, like that. And then take the water off. What I don't want to do is colour it all in. I don't want that. So I've got a nice tad of colour there. So here I've got a nice like tash. Oh, like it's not a pistachio, but it's a light green just to bring that in there. I'm going to bring this like a grey green in, which is a beautiful colour. I'm just going to put this in here and a bit here. And what I'm doing is just strengthening areas that has gone round using colour and the lines to get pattern forms in it. And with it being gouache, I can use the colour underneath to be very selective. So I can add colour, I can take it away, I can give some depth to colour. I can strengthen things, highlight, deepen, you name it, just by. Now what I'm going to do, because I quite like that colour, is just give that a little bit of a doofer there. If that's too strong as it is, so again, I can add a tiny bit of water and blend that out. And I really don't want to go too far from the colours I've already got, because that'll just overpower everything. So I'm just going from one end to blending out, adding a bit of colour and blending out, and ignoring some lines. Artist, whatever it is. I'm going to go with a little bit of green on that there, just because I think that will. Oh yeah. So this is a bit of a non-entity, so I'll blend that in. There, that's better. So we've got that now. This is looking really chocolate box, which I don't like. So I'm just looking at some of these now. There's a little bit of the yellow there. So I'm going to go in with a bit of an ochre yellow rather than that bright yellow and just strengthen that. So when I use the like the ochre in other parts, it don't look like a misnomer, just stuck on. So just doing that, blending as I did before. Take the water off. So I don't like that. Rub it off. I'm going to leave that because it's ready to work on. Now some of these are just not going to work for me. That might, but this doesn't. So what I'm going to do is get the punches out now. And I'm going to leave that like that. This one is better used as circles. And then what you're doing is you're just bringing the colour back in without, as you know, teaching me granny to suck eggs here. And then I'm still going to keep this one page open and work with this one page, but you'll be able to see how I can now, just with one tiny page, create lots of interest. Now, I haven't got a blooming idea where I'm doing it, but hey ho, should be a little one that can go in there. And even if you've got like flat bits on it, it really don't matter. So that's the end of this video. So let's see what we've got. I've got the one page that I've cut up. I've made some sort of chocolate box look. I've got that. I've got that. I've got these bits and all my powerful bits. So the next video will be me sorting all these out and getting some work. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Do you know what I mean? Just having that, keeping it like that. Anyway, so I'll stop the video at this one, which we've had about 20 minutes. And then the next video, you'll see me actually working on this to put it together. So see you next time. Bye. Excuse me 1 minute. I will see you again